Hey there, YouTube land. Will Ferry here for the AM49 WYB channel here, and don't spend well so you saw my face here, and probably just turn this camera around here for a moment and say how everybody doing out there, and hope everyone had a good week. I know I had a busy one at work, but I had a little fun over the weekend trying to find some great stuff here. Turn back the camera around, show you a little examples. Got some of the CDs in the back here, haven't took them out yet. But I'll take them out when I do part 2 of this, because my latest Brickman finds here, it's a biggie. I might have to do it in a couple parts. You know, and keep an eye on part 2, because I found a great deal of something on today. I was on a CD box that I've been looking for. I'll tell you what it is in my second part, in part 2. But without a little further delay, let's go ahead and get started with some of the my latest finds. We'll start off with the latest LPs. Got another 10-inch LP down in my collection. There's a Dorothy Shay Sings by Dorothy Shay, what they call the Park Avenue Hillbilly, who is known for her only hit Feud and Fighting, which is on this LP here. Another of these 10-inch LPs out of my collection. And I've been finding a whole bunch of these good 10-inch LPs for the last few weeks or so. But I'll show you this one here too. I just found recently to add to my collection. Alright, the next one here. I wasn't too sure I got this one, but I did find a flea market today. I feel like a good one here. It's a stereo album from the Parkway's subsidiary Wyncote label called Country Favorites, and it has it's in, oh, what's going on here? I think here we go. It's in stereo. It has recordings by George Jones, Claude Gray, Country Johnny Mathis, Marjorie Singleton, Leon Payne, Bill Mack, Cecil Bowman, Billy Western, Tony Douglas, and Jimmy and Johnny. Here's what the cover looks like. Part of it in shrink wrap. Maybe this was a little focused at first. Here's the one still in the shrink wrap. The Bob Wills special. Featuring yours truly, the truly Bob Wills. With his classics San Antonio Rose, Trouble in Mind, Take It Back to Tulsa, many others you can see here. I know I've been feeling on country western trip lately. I'm finding a lot of country western records, but hey, I like country too. I've found a bunch of others too. This one here is, this next one here is a Great Price Burning Memories, and hope you join like a bunch of these, because got a big stack of them between here and there. And on this one here is a Kitty Wells. Next one here called Lonesome, Sad and Blue. Found another various artists LP called Country Western Stars with Wynn Stewart, Billy Brown, Johnny and Joni, Jan Howard, Marvin Rainwater, Vernon Husky, and Jimmy Dean. It's one of these you got a bunch of labels on the old design label. You can tell it's one from design with the famous DLP 606. Also, I found a little bit out of the ordinary one. This is having some kind of special made LP here with one side of artists each. One side has a Diana Ross Supremes, other side Neil Diamond. It's a 10-song one that has some of their well-known hits of the Supremes. 3 of their big-known hits on here, like The Composer, November Sign Yard, Some Things Never Get Used To, a couple of other album tracks they did. Does Your Mama Know About Me and Get Ready. For the Neil Diamond side, on side 2 has Brooklyn Road, Long Gone, Glory Road, and The Grass Don't Pay No Mind, If I Never Knew Your Name. I believe I got the stereo copy of this, and this is a mono copy of it. It's Dusty Springfield's 67 LP, The Look of Love. And it's in mono, and the copies in mono. I think not only the type of hit, not only hit songs on here, also another one here too called What's It Gonna Be. Another hit song on there. I think the B-side to Look of Love is on here too called Give Me Time is also on here also. Alright, this next one here. If I another artist try to do their salute to the Beatles. This one's probably around, look like somewhere around maybe 69 or so. This is by Frank Chaksfield. His orchestra called Chaksfield Played the Beatles Songbook. Have him doing songs like Get Back, Michelle, Get Into My Life, Yesterday, Something, Hey Jude, Hard Day's Night, Norwegian Wood, Ticket to Ride, Food on the Hill, Come Together, Open Up Lead, All My Diamonds on here. I haven't heard this one yet, but it'll be an interesting album here to pick up. Now this one here I don't have in my LP collection. I'm saying this guy's last name right. Raymond LaFave. His orchestra with So Coaxing. They got the original, and they have to hit 45 of it, but never seen the album version of this before. Seen the album of this before. And I got this thrift store for 50 cents. I thought, not a bad deal. I also found this too. It's called FIL 50th Anniversary Golden Greats. It says 1922-72 for their 50 years on the radio. If they're still on, they're probably going on, which would be like, what is it now? 2014, probably now add another 42 on it, 92 years. If there's anyone knows they're still on, let me know. And then what's on the various artists album here has Liza March, Frida Payne, P.M. Mary, Gordon Lightfoot, Edison Lighthouse, Classics 4, Jared Butler, Van Morrison, Judy Collins, The Doors, Robin Ward, Bread, Donna Greenbaum, Five Stair Steps, Daddy Dewdrop, The Animals, and the Bells on this one. And this one I don't have in my collection here. The Best of Vicky Carr. I think this came out of a radio station. This is probably a radio station copy because look on the back cover here, like look like they have markings of yes, play this one, or XO saying no, not this one. Like yes, yes, no, no, yes, like that. Get the picture I'm saying. Feature her biggest hit on there, Must Be Hymns on here. Probably a great one to listen to. No one here wasn't too sure I got the album of, but Great is in better shape than the other. This one's better shape than the other one. This is Teddy Tucker's What's Your Mama's Name album. Featured her two big hits, the title track and Blood Red Going Down on it. I also found a couple of LPs by these groups. By this famous country wrestling group here, Sons of the Pioneers. This is called A Room Full of Roses, which has that hit on there, hit song on there, and I think another one that was also a hit for them, No One to Cry To, was on here also. A couple of hits on this RCN Canada one. And the one other behind that is the another one by them. It's called Our Men Out West. Sound the cover, Signs of the Pioneers. It has three of the members on here. I know I found a copy of this one 5 years ago. I like this album so much, I'll probably give myself another one in case I wear that other one out. This is called Antonio Carlos Jobim's Wave album. If you like a good sort of like late 60s I don't know, Latin jazz stuff. Everybody probably put in his category. It's a good album here to get by him. Is this one. And next one here is Emmylou Harris. I never seen before. Don't think I never seen before. Called The Battle of Sally Rose. I think I got this on cassette, but I don't think I ever seen this on album. So I just found this one. And this one here too is Marvin Rainwater, Country and Western Star. This must be some his earlier stuff, because I don't have his Big Kid Don't Fly Me Bluebird on here. Because this one's on the guest star label here, and probably some of his earlier recordings he did before, just stuff for MGM. Now this next one here, do got a promo album copy of this. Now I got the regular store-bought copy. This is Stonewall Jackson, All Is Fair in Love and War. I like the way how this cover was made. I think it has the two hits on here. I think a couple hits on here. It has the hits, the Minutemen, Return the Graves, and Blues. Blues equals out Lose, I believe. Another one was his hits. And he probably saw my like this on the there's this song here on the various artist CD. Now I've got the album that this one came from. This is the Forum with The River Is Wide. In case the title sounds familiar to you, because somebody else had a bigger hit with it. The Grassroots did around '69. Here's another one-shot artist here. The singer is Barry Young with One Has My Name was his only hit. Big Hit he had. One Has My Name, Other Has My Heart. That's him right there. I also have this one by Johnny Rodriguez I don't have, called John Rodriguez. Song about ladies in love. It's one of the earlier pictures right there. And also got the soundtrack to Every Which Way But Loose. I remember when the movie, seen that movie. Oh man, very very funny movie there. And now this next one here, this is a real hot story I want to tell you about this album here. This is John Sebastian's first solo album under the name John B. Sebastian. This is on the you can see on the rip, the label's getting, the cover's a little torn, but this was on the MGM label. And also you're saying, now wait a minute here. If that's what happens on the MGM label, you don't probably wonder, is mine on the Reprise label a bootleg or what? Well, I got a little story about what I read about this. I don't know why this thing's going out of focus here, but here we go. And what I read on about this years ago, about his solo career, his solo label, MGM, and the Reprise label, he signed on to, had dispute of who has the rights to this album here. Instead of battling it out on court, I think that they released it on both labels, and they're the same recordings, but despite on two different labels, the album did well. It was a top 20 album. I think it was a top 20 album hitter. That was a top 20 on the album charts or something. On this one featuring his first solo hit. On here, which was it? Side one, yeah, She's a Lady. Song that lasted only like under 2 minutes. Pretty good song. Yeah, don't be surprised if you see this copy of John B. Sebastian on the Reprise label, and you probably see a different cover on it too. It's like he's waving. The one I got, like he's waving to the audience on the Reprise label version of it. This does him by himself on the cover. All right, got a few more albums left to go here. This one here I don't have my LP collection of Dolly Parton called Dolly, Dolly, Dolly from around 1980. I know I got a mono copy of this, but I've never seen a stereo copy of this. That's Neil Diamond's Just For You, which it says including the current hit Playing Lord of Lifetime on this one. And also got another, whoops, sorry about the turn around there on the camera there, ladies and gentlemen. There's another Stonewall Jackson one called Trouble in Me. And the last one to show, maybe I got a couple more. I know we already got another copy of this Dusty Springfield's Golden Hits, but this one here has the one with Going Back on it, and got one with no cover on it. But up here on this, that has the song Going Back on it, because there was 2 copies of this that have that song on there, and 1 copy that don't. I don't know if it was a layer pressing or what. I also found an old UK import LP of it too, with the same title, on the album, that is, on these who are going hits LP. And finally for the LPs here, this is the Browns with the beautiful country music of the Browns, not only by themselves, but Jimmy Brown here solo, and with Helen Cornelius. And to finish up here part 1, I'll do show a few of my CDs I do got here, and I'll show you the rest of them on part 2. Because this one here is Ella Fitzgerald, Best of the Songbooks. This is a 16 track, part of a what they say on a 16 CD box set of the complete Ella Fitzgerald Songbooks. And this one here is the highlighted CD with 16 tracks from it. And also we got Roxy Dean, Miss America. It also has Kevin Maines, What I Am. I know I got one called Birth of the Cool by him, but this is called The Complete Birth of the Cool by Miles Davis. I also got James Taylor, Hourglass. Also got Best of the Blues, The Best of Joe Cocker, Fly By Night by Rush, Farewell to Kings also by Rush, and finishing up with the Talking Heads doing the Stop Making Sense soundtrack. Alright folks, I already put this part 1 here because I got a bunch more I want to try to squeeze in part 2. I hope you stay tuned for the part 2 of the would be mainly CDs, and I'll show you all that box set I've been looking for too. Hope you join me on part 2 on this. Welfare here for the AM 49 WYB channel. Over and out.